A family controls the largest enterprise in China. Everyone in my family is a business prodigy, but I'm just a total slacker. All I want to do is lie flat and rough. Not only is the company I just invested 10 million in about to go bankrupt on, not even mad, I'm actually laughing. Everyone thinks I've lost my mind, but what they don't know is that I did this on purpose. My dad, Lin Feng, has been in declining health. He has 4 sons. He told us each of us gets 10 million in startup capital for our companies. Have 2 years. Whoever's company has the highest market value at the end, we'll get 51% controlling shares of the Lin Group and become the largest shareholder. But in less than a year, the cash flow in my account has almost bottomed out. I cross my legs, staring blankly out the window. I'm just a slacker. I really don't have any strong competitive drive. The rules, Lin Feng said, are first place gets 51% of the share, second place gets 20%, third place gets 15%, fourth place gets 10%. The rest will go towards setting up a charitable foundation to be used for charity, based on the Lin family's current market value, even if for 600 million. I couldn't spend it all in a lifetime, even if I ate and drank like a king every day, so why work so hard? I smiled, took out my phone, and sent a message to the family group chat. More technology company, currently only has 1 million left in liquid funds. After paying the employees' salaries today, there will only be 300,000 left, which meets the requirements to file for bankruptcy. So I hereby announce I can see it in this competition. I'll take 4th place. Brothers, keep up the good work. After sending those 2 messages, I've been with joy. I've never liked running a company, nor do I like managing people. My ambition lies in the mountains, rivers, and lakes in the great landscapes of our motherland. With a dad who can make so much money, why should I even bother struggling? Just lying flat is good enough. Ever since I sent that message, the family group chat completely blew up. Lin Yi, 2nd brother, your company went bankrupt. Len's June, 2nd brother, awesome. My market value is almost doubled. Could it be that all the money I made came from your company? Lens G, 2nd. I'm not giving it all at once, so you don't get too arrogant. I looked at my brother's messages, but couldn't be bothered to reply. Then my phone rang. I picked it up and looked. Sure enough, it was my mother, Jung Yu. Hello, Mom. I raised you for so many years. How could you be so useless? The 3rd brother has almost doubled his value. Why are you declaring bankruptcy? Pepsi. Mom, say no more. I have some things to handle at the company. I'll talk to you when I get home after I go bankrupt. The time comes, I'll sign you up for a senior ballet class. But you can dance with handsome old men every day. Wouldn't that be great? Click. I hung up the phone. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Destiny dice. The instructions have been engraved in your mind. Please review them carefully Before I could even process what happened, a diet already appeared on my desk. It was pitch black with red dots on every side. Looking closely, the whole die had a strange, captivating charm. The notification sound for the group chat rang on my phone. I picked it up and looked. Special, Lin Feng has removed you from the group chat. I felt a bit hurt. Good, the ruler. I haven't even fully gone bankrupt yet. Why is the old man in such a hurry to kick me out? I scrolled up to check the chat history. Oh boy, the old man flipped out. The promised 10% shares were gone. The final reward for 4th place turned out to be a mere 10 million a year in living expenses. Completely devastated by this, I felt a bit irritated. I picked up my phone and looked. It was my mom again. Hello, Mom, son. You're doomed. Lin Feng is furious, your company. He's sending someone over to take it over immediately. At the same time, he's canceling all your credit cards and freezing all your resources. I told you to take this seriously. Stop being so willful. Now look what happened. Now you have nothing left, John Newton said anxiously. Don't I still get 10 million a year in living expenses? That should be enough to get by, right? You fool. That's only after the 4 of you finished the competition. It hasn't even been a year since the competition started. You still have a whole year before you get any living expenses. Speaking of this, John Yoon sighed. Your dad gave me an order too. He also gave an order in the family group chat at forbidding anyone from transferring money to you or offering you any help. You really pissed your dad off this time. Hurry up, pack your things and go find a job at a factory with that you and hung up the phone. Find a job at a factory? Are you kidding me? Working a regular job is impossible. I'll never do that in my life. If he's mad, let him be mad. Everyone has a few friends, right? I put down my phone and picked up the die on my death. I close my eyes and read the instructions in my mind. Rolling the destiny dice once will grant you a piece of information about the future. You must judge for yourself whether it's good or bad. Getting information about the future, doesn't that mean I'm about to take off? There's a good saying, standing in the eye of the wind, even a pig can fly, not to mention getting the news in advance. Hence, making money would be a piece of cake. The die emitted a faint glow and finally stopped rolling after a minute. I crane my neck to look. 4 points. In 4 days, the US stock market will trigger a circuit breaker, causing crude oil futures to crash from around $55. Starting crude oil futures will see it drop to negative $37. Looking at the two sentences, projected by the destiny dice right in front of me, which then quickly vanished into thin air, I fell into deep thought. But right now my company's account only has about $1 million left, and I have to pay the employee's salary soon. What should I do? Borrow money. The first person I thought of was my third brother, because after all, I felt that in this family my relationship with Lin Joan was pretty good. I dial my third brother Lin Jun's number. Second brother, what made you think of calling me? Borrowing money. Second brother, how much do you need? Hearing this, I smiled. I knew it. My third brother would definitely lend me money. Well, not much. 5 million is enough when the Ibis. 5 million. Second brother, do you think you're still the young master of the Lin family? You've been kicked out of the house, let alone 5 million. Even if you asked to borrow 50,000 right now, I'd have to consider whether you even have the ability to pay it back. Tell you what, since we're half brothers after all, I'll transfer you 10,000. Consider it a token of our brotherhood. I was just about to lose my temper after hearing that, but the call was hung up. Then my WeChat beeped with a message. I opened it and looked. Sure enough, Lin Jun had transferred 10,000 to me, along with a smiley face emoji. Face turned livid, looking extremely ugly. Wasn't this $10,000 just a blatant insult? But right now I only had a few dozen bucks on me, because I never really had the habit of saving money. Accept it. I have to accept it. In ancient times, Hansen endured the humiliation of crawling between someone's legs and eventually became a great general. Today, I'll take this 10,000 and eventually make a massive comeback. I accept. Soon, Lin Jun replied, "You're welcome." This 10,000 definitely wasn't enough. Just then, my phone rang. I picked it up and looked. It was by Shua call. Bishua was a print model and my girlfriend, but she stopped working after getting together with me. All her food and drinks were paid for by me. I wonder what she'll do once she finds out I'm practically bankrupt. What will happen then? Hey hubby, what about the Gucci bag you promised to buy me yesterday? My new outfit arrived today. Bishua's slightly seductive voice came through the phone. On hearing that voice, I immediately sat up straight. Even though we've been together for a long time, I wasn't tired of her at all. After all, Baishu always switched things up, which gave me a different kind of thrill every time. It felt like being a groom every single night. But after the initial excitement, I suddenly remembered I was no longer the young master of the Lin family. A babe, come pick me up later. The company car is being used today. As for the bag, let's talk about it in a few days. Money is a bit tight right now. I stammered. On the other, oh fine, then I won't open the outfit. Let's do it another day. With that, Bai Shua hung up. I didn't take it to heart. Instead, I stood in front of the floor-to-ceiling window in my office, overlooking the scenery of Yoon City. After simply packing up my things, I walked out of the office and went downstairs. The white Mercedes I bought for Baishua was parked imposingly right at the company's entrance. What's with you? Baishua looked at me in confusion. As I held a cardboard box, she was a bit surprised. Let's talk when we get home. I opened the door and got into the back seat, closed my eyes and started resting. We drove home in silence, tossed the box onto the floor and collapsed onto the sofa. What exactly is going on with you? Baishu vaguely felt that something was wrong. Today I didn't even react to her black pantyhose. In the past, whenever she wore a short skirt and black pantyhose, I'd get all handsy, but today I did nothing and didn't even speak. I'm bankrupt, I said softly with my eyes closed. Near, I did, gripped my hands tightly, and asked, really? Bishu, I didn't reply. First of all, she still wasn't sure this was true or false. She needed to confirm the truth of the matter before making a decision. The two of us didn't speak. We just sat on the sofa playing with our phones. What you told me is actually true. How are you so broke that you even have to borrow 10,000 bucks from your brother? Bai Shu is scrolling through Weibo. Once you suddenly saw the trending list, it seemed to be about me. I took the phone and looked. Latest news on the Lin Group's inheritance battle. Lin family's second son Lin Boyan is out early. Extra. Extra. The second young master of the Lin Group has been kicked out of the family. Take a guess, everyone, who will ultimately win the Lin family's inheritance battle. Good the ruler, it was full of posts like this. The most important thing was, my chat history with Lin Jun had been posted online. 10,000 buck transfer, and my thanks were truly an ice or I stripped my head. My third brother really is a scheming. You're so useless. I thought I'd be living the high life with you. But now you're so broke you have to borrow 10,000 bucks from your brother. You're such a loser. I've been with you all these years, wasting the best years of my youth. I must have been blind. Why did I ever fall for a piece of trash like you? Bisho was absolutely furious. After all, people are always realistic. Gee, it's straight to the point. Hearing this, Bai Shuel laughed. The point is we're breaking up. Breaking up, do you understand? And if we're breaking up, then we're breaking up. Why are you spouting so much nonsense? Pack your things and find somewhere else to live. After all, this house is mine. I close my eyes, too lazy to even look at Bai Shu again. And why should I leave? Didn't you say you bought this house for me? Serves you right for being a loser? Such a stingy man, whoever is with you is just unlucky. Bai Shu stormed back into the bedroom in a huff and started packing her back. The clattering sounds from the bedroom never stopped, but I couldn't even be bothered to go in. Bai Shu walked out pushing 2 large suitcases. Just then her phone rang. Want to stroke a bad luck? Bai Shu hung up the phone, shot me a vicious glare and left. I opened my college classmates group chat on my phone, looking at the messages one by one. My heart turned cold. But what made me feel fortunate was my dorm buddies. We're still trying their best to defend my dignity in the chat. I smiled and opened our dorm group chat. Bros, I really went bankrupt. There's no need to argue in the class group chat. Why argue with those snobs? It's useless. Lies. See. You really went bankrupt. You're not joking, right? So what are you going to do now? Dang you, exactly. Do you have a place to go? If you have nowhere to go, come to my company. The pay isn't high, but room and board are covered. If you save a little every month, you can still have some money left over. I smiled knowingly. During our 4 years of college, there were 4 of us in the dorm. 3 of us were really close. The remaining one was Zhang Li Wei. Zhang Li Wei came from a rather poor family, and we went to a private university where tuition and living expenses were ridiculously expensive to support himself, so he didn't spend much time in the dorm. Once I happened to take a girl to a restaurant for a meal and found Zhang Li Wei working there as a waiter. That's when I learned about his family's situation. After that, whenever I bought food or clothes, I would always buy an extra portion, claiming I accidentally ordered too much. For 4 years of college, Zhang Li Wei's clothes and stuff were all bought by me. I have a place to go. I have a project on hand recently and I need some funds. Oh, right now, I don't have much money on me either. I'll transfer it to you on WeChat. Check it out. Just get through this rough patch first. When things get better, then I'll ruthlessly slap the faces of those snubs. I transferred it to you too. Don't mind the small amount, bro. I only have this much left. See the messages from Lisi and Deng Yu. My eyes started to sting. I looked at the chat box. Both Deng Yu and Lisi had pending transfers waiting to be accepted. I opened them to check. One was for Chez is about to thank them. John Lee was sent over a voice message. I tapped to play it. It was super noisy on his end, but the gist was that he'd call me later. Right after the voice message ended, a transfer notification popped up. I took a look. Special 900,000. This is all the spare cash I have brought. Thank the leader, I made some money starting a business after graduation. Otherwise, as I just be watching you panic right now. Don't worry, your brothers always have your back. At that moment, I couldn't hold it in anymore. Tears fell, dropped by drop, landing on my phone screen. I accepted all the transfer. Between men, when the bond is this deep, you don't need too many words. Exactly 1 million plus the 10,000 I already had on hand. That's only 1.01 million in total. This little amount is nowhere near enough to short crude oil. Since Destiny Investment said the US stock market would trigger a circuit breaker, then it's bound to be a massive market trend. I did the math with this amount of money, and I wouldn't make much. Mortgaging this house definitely won't work. But if I just sell it outright, factoring into appreciation, over the mountains, there's a group of Smurfs. I picked up my phone and looked. It was actually Lurian. Lurian was my college classmate and also a little rich girl. Back then, I was considered the class hunk, loyal and generous, so Lurian was somewhat interested in me. It's just that I was as dense as a block of wood back then and didn't catch on at all. Instead, Bai Shua beat her to the punch and snatch me up. Oh, how much money do you need? Give me a number. Send me your card number. Lurian's signature cold voice left me a bit stunned. Is this that dominating CEO Va? Well, did you strike it rich? Cup the, you know exactly what my family does. By the way, I just got back to you and Ching the day before yesterday. Let's meet up for a meal when you have time. Just send me your card number. Alright, right now I just want to describe together as much cash as possible and play a massive hand. If this intel is real, if it's a small loss, this amount of money isn't that much anyway. Once the battle for the family inheritance is over and I have my living allowance, paying them back won't be a problem at all. I quickly sent my bank card number to Lu Ruyan very soon. A text message from the bank took me by surprise. Your card ending in 8 has just received a transfer of 6 million, current balance 6,048 RMB. 6 million. My eyes went wide. Calculating it all, I now had 7 million in total, plus the 6 million or so I could get from selling the house that would make 13 million, but it still wasn't enough. Dial Jae-yoon's number. It rang for quite a while before she picked up. You prodigal son, what do you want? Money? I don't have any. Jong-yoon's single sentence completely cut off my retreat. You're my mom if I'm not doing well. Do you really think you'll be living the good life? Have a great project right now. Hurry up and let me whatever you have. If I end up losing it, I'll just give you my entire annual living allowance. There was no response from the other end of the line. Obviously, John Yoon was thinking. Card number. After saying those two simple words, John Yoon hung up the phone. Not long after I sent it, a transfer of 6 million arrived. A moment later, another transfer of 7 million came through. This is your mother's entire net worth. Whatever you do, do not let your father find out. Otherwise, I'm doomed too. John Yoon sent in a text message. I replied with an okay 26 million in total. It wasn't like I had never dabbled in international futures before. It's just that I had lost quite a bit in the past, so I stopped playing around with it. I remembered my account could still use leverage financing. If things really went exactly as Destiny Investment predicted, I could just use 50x leverage financing. Setting that up, I'd have a total of 1.3 billion. Special. If I went all in on a short position around 55 and then cleared my position when oil dropped to $1 a barrel, I hurriedly pulled out my calculator. Good the ruler, 1.116 billion. I immediately contacted the real estate agent telling them to sell my house within 2 days. At the same time, I found a manager at the brokerage firm to discuss leverage financing. With everything ready to go, I lay in bed, completely satisfied, and drifted off to sleep. Early the next morning, I stretched lazily and bounced out of bed. After washing up, I called the housekeeping company and hired a cleaner to tidy up the house, help me pack my luggage. I went to the real estate agency. After some negotiation, I finally sold it for 7 million. With that taken care of, I didn't stick around and left right away. The total amount of disposable funds I had on hand now was 27 million. I set aside 1 million as a backup. Hailed a cab, and headed straight to the largest brokerage firm in Yunqing. I went into the VIP room and discussed things for a long time. It took 2.5 hours to finalize everything. Everything went pretty smoothly. It was just about lunchtime. I still had 1 million in funds on hand, but I didn't need to be so frugal. I suddenly thought of Lu Ruin again. Driven by some inexplicable impulse, I dialed her. Hearing my invitation, Lu Ruyan was a bit stunned. Send me the location. Wait for me. I thought about it for a second and sent Lu Ruyan the address of the best Western restaurant in Yunqing. After all, Lu Ruyan had lent me so much money, so I couldn't be too stingy. As I stepped out of the taxi, the doorman immediately came up to greet me. But with just a glance at the parking lot, I spotted a very familiar white Maserati. Parks right there. Talk about a small world. But so what if I ran into them? Anyway, in just a few days, once I make a name for myself in one fell swoop, we'll see who ends up regretting it. With that thought, I walked into the restaurant. As soon as I walked through the door, I immediately spotted Bai Shua holding a knife and fork, eating steak, along with a man with a chubby back. Needless to say, they had to be giant Phylon. I let out a cold scoff and followed the waiter to my reserve table. Unfortunately, my reserve table was right next to my shoe. Waiter, please change my seat. I can smell the stench coming off certain people, and it's making me nauseous. I can't. Hearing this, Beishua and Zhang Feilong simultaneously raised their heads and looked at me next door. They both put down their knives and forks looking incredibly amused. Bishu and Mact. Oh, I was wondering who was. Turns out it's the Lin groups. Inform his bankrupt young master. What's wrong, young master? Did you manage to borrow some money for a meal? Do you have any idea that $10,000 isn't enough for a meal here? Right at that moment, Lu Ruin arrived, dressed in a white dress. Little sister, do you know the saying a star of camel is still bigger than a horse? Didn't you see the news that just came out today? Okay, even if he does absolutely nothing, the Lin Group still gives him a 10 million living allowance every year. Lu Ruian's flowing white dress perfectly accentuated her graceful figure. She slowly walked up to my side, linked her arm through my and offered a faint smile. The waiter standing nearby was already dumbfounded. This was the female boss of the restaurant, and she had always been an aloof, cold-faced goddess. He had never seen, heard this intimate with any man before. Bebo's Lu. The waiter stuttered out of greeting. Lu. Lu Ruian waved her hand. Bring over a bottle of our best red wine. As for the rest, just arrange it as you see fit. After the waiter agreed, he quickly scurried away because the atmosphere here was completely off. He wasn't stupid, he could feel it. Zhang Feilong's face was losing its color, although he had also started his own business. This company wasn't very large. Even in its best year, it only pulled in $1 million in profit compared to someone like Lu Ruian. He couldn't even compete. Bai Shu stared at the woman in front of her. Feeling a pang of jealousy, she couldn't understand why bankrupt young master could still have so much charm and off to make a beauty like this stand up for him. Oh, so even after going bankrupt, our young master Lin, it still is charming as ever. Before you could squander your family's money, and now you've got a sugar mommy. Saying this, Bai Shua grinned widely, her face full of disdain. Me, his sugar mommy? Lil Ruian covered her mouth. Like I said, a star of camel is bigger than a horse. Did you know? Old Master Lin has already stated that he'll give him a 10 million living allowance every year. 10 million. How many years would it take? 10 million. How many years would it take you to earn that? I glanced back at Lu Ruian, my face full of admiration. Oh, Ruin, stop it. What's 10 million anyway? Boss Zhang here can make a few million a year. Comparing ourselves to him, are we just humiliating ourselves? I said sarcastically, sitting down and getting ready to eat. Don't let them ruin our mood. What? You still get a 10 million living allowance every year? Why didn't you say so earlier? And you even sold my house. Bai Shu felt the surge of regret. She had seen all the news saying I had been kicked out of the Lin family. Who knew my annual living allowance was still such a massive sum? I ignored her, and Zhang Feilong standing beside her had already lowered his head in shame. The waiter brought over a bottle of red wine, followed by a small team of waiters serving our dishes one after another. Bishu had arrived long before us, yet her food still hadn't fully arrived. What kind of restaurant is this? We got here first and our food isn't even here, but they came later and got all this. Are you looking down on us? Lurian waved her hand. You can go. I'm paying for their table today. Add a few more dishes for them. Make sure they eat. Next time, tell the doorman if he sees this woman again, don't let her in. We don't want her business. Saying this, Leroyan took a delicate sip of her 82 lift fight because she ruined my mood. Even after she said that, Bisho was still wanted to keep firing off, but Zhang Fei Long, standing next to her, couldn't bear the humiliation any longer. He quickly grabbed her and dragged her out of the restaurant. That's Lu Ruyan. Her net worth is in the hundreds of millions. You want to pick a fight with her? Do you really think you can win? Do you have any idea how much Lu Capital is worth? Use your brain. This restaurant belongs to her family. She was eyes widened and shocked. After the two of them left, the restaurant became much quieter. Even the smell in the air changed, becoming somewhat ambiguous and intimate. The two of us hadn't seen each other in a while, and for a moment neither of us knew what to say. Can you tell me what you need the money for? Why did Bai Shued just say you sold your house? Where are you living now? Finally, Lu Ruyen couldn't hold back. If I succeed, you can call me Boss Lin. If I fail, then just call me Little Lin. It's just that the money you transferred to me, I'll have to pay you back slowly. How about this? I'll just offer myself to you. How does that sound? I joke. Here are my words. Lu Ruyen suddenly had a fleeting thought, hoping my short, uncrewed oil would fail. Because if it did, me offering myself to her, Lu Ruin actually quite liked the sound of that. What are you talking about? Lu Ruin's face flushed red. Who wants you to offer yourself? But gathering so much money to short crude oil, aren't you afraid of losing it all? Futures are risky. Lu Rui and Lu are a bit about it. However, most businesses only open positions to hedge their risks. For someone like me who didn't have physical commodities, if I bet in the wrong direction, I just get liquidated and wiped out. I smiled. Things are already like this. What's there to be afraid of? My intuition is pretty accurate. I want to give it a shot. Worst case scenario, if I lose, I'll just go work in a factory tightening screws and pay off my debts slowly. Saying this, I sighed. I really don't want to fight my brothers for the family inheritance. To be honest, I originally thought that at 600 million was more than enough for my mom and me to live comfortably for the rest of our lives. I don't understand what there is to fight over. Lu Ruin came over to my side and sat down. I believe in you. Go for it. If you lose, you lose. It wouldn't be hard for me to support you anyway. Of course, I can take Auntie and support her too, and our future kids can take your last name. Saying this, Lu Ruian's face turned bright red. I had such a good chance in college. But you were snatched away by someone else. This time, no matter what, I have to be brave for once. Before she could finish, I covered Lu Ruin's mouth with my hand. Thank you, but you shouldn't be the one taking the initiative. Just wait. Once I get through these next few days, I'll be the one confessing to you. The two of us just quietly leaned against each other. Lu Ruin wished time could freeze in this very moment. Since my house was already sold and my luggage was all packed, go into the best hotel in Yunxiang and book the suite for a month. There were only a few hours left until the date given by Destiny Invest. I got my computer ready, stocked up on a ton of snacks and drinks. I was ready to lock myself in this room until this market trend was over. Remember when the date predicted by Destiny Investment finally arrived? Right after the international crude oil market opened, the price kept fluctuating around $56 a barrel, then a slight dip, a broken low 56, and dropped to 55. I saw my chance right then and there. I went all in, shorting the market with everything I had, 26 million plus 50x leverage. That made a total of 1.3 billion in my account. If crude oil prices dropped to negative numbers this time, I'd be blasting off straight to the moon. Even if it didn't hit the negative, just dropping to $1 would still make me filthy rich. Sure enough, the US stock market opened too. It dawdled for a bit, then suddenly started plummeting. The drop was insanely fast. I barely even had time to react. I wasn't greedy. Even though it could drop to negative, actually settling it like that might cause issue. I thought about it and set my take profit level at the first tier. Man, right after the US stock market opened, it dragged its feet for a moment, then just nosedived. No pullback whatsoever. At that moment, I quickly switched to my crude oil position interfaith special. This is insane. With an opening price of 55.9, crude oil had actually plummeted to the 40s. The floating profit on my account was a ridiculously long string of numbers. I grinned from ear to ear. It looks like Destiny Investment really didn't lie to me. As expected, the bloodbath wasn't over. The US stock market triggered a circuit breaker and the international crude oil price was even more absurd and in a rapid freefall. Although my position wasn't small, the international crude oil futures market is massive. This amount of capital was easily swallowed up. The US stock market actually halted trading. I just stepped out to pour a glass of water and when I came back, I was greeted by such a beautiful sight. So sad as, hello Mr. Lin, no boss Lin, quick take a look at your account. Manager Chang said hurriedly. Today's Black Swan event really caught everyone off guard. Hard. Anyone who went long on international crude oil today is losing their shirts, but Lin Boy and with skyrocketing, hearing this Lin Boyan hung up the phone immediately. He opened his account to check. Special. Would you look at that? The system had automatically closed his position. Lin Boyan checked his balance. He now had nearly 2.5 billion Hauxia UA. 1. Deducting his principal of 1.3 billion. That meant he had made a net profit of 1,060 million in this single run. Ding. Destiny investment fee and review system activated. Calculating. Total principal invested this time is 1.3 billion. A 4% service fee will be charged, totaling 52 million. Host must use this 52 million for charity within 4 days. Lin Boyan finally calmed down from his shock. His own actual principal was 23 million, plus the system's 4% fee. It was less than 100 million in total. Adding the securities company's fees, he should have a solid net profit of around 1 billion. Nice bro. Lin Bai and pulled up Destiny Investment, beaming with joy. By on the mountains, across the sea, there's a group of Smurf. Lin Boyan picked up his ringing phone. It was Lu Ruin. Looks like she was keeping an eye on the market today too. Hello? Oh my, the leader. How much did you make this time? This is absolutely insane. You must have harvested a ton of foreign capital. Lu Ruin was thrilled. If things really went the way Lin Boyan had predicted, he definitely made a killing. After deducting the principal and some fees, it's about 1 billion in total. Lin Boyan's voice also carried a hint of excitement. I'm planning to take out 52 million, aid an impoverished region in the country. At the same time, I'll allocate 100 million to establish the buy-in charity. Hearing this, that Lin Boyan had made so much money, Leo Ruin's eyes widened in shock, and her mouth hung open speechless for a long time. What made her happiest was that even after making all this money, Lin Boyan still had such a compassionate heart. To donate so much to charity all at once, he was simply perfect. That's great. Really impressive. Ruin, do you know any top-tier finance experts? I want to hire someone to help me manage my charity foundation. Lululian thought for a moment. Sure, when do you need them? I can introduce someone to you. My best friend, she recently graduated from the finance department of a top overseas university. She's incredibly capable. Awesome. Thanks for the help. Right now, I need to pick an impoverished area to send the A2. Lurian hung up the phone. After all, since Lin Boyan had made so much, he must have his own plans to think through. He was probably going to be very busy next. Lin Boyan opened a map of Waxia, over 50 million. It seemed like a lot, but if it was actually applied to an entire since he had Destiny Investment, which could leak insider info to him in advance, there would definitely be plenty of opportunities like this in the future. In that case, there was no need to rush. He'd start by developing Yunchang, Lim. Justin Boyan looked up the official phone number for Lingshan County. He announced his intention to donate to Lingshan County right away. Naturally, the other party was absolutely thrilled. They agreed on a time to meet. They were incredibly enthusiastic. Lin Boyan took the funds from the securities company and paid back all the fees he owed. At the same time, he also sent manager Chang a 50,000 yuan red envelope. He didn't give too much because he knew manager Chang's commission on this trade was already massive. Next, he transferred money to his 3 roommates. He paid them all back double. As for Lu Ruyan, since he didn't have her bank account number, Lin Boyan wasn't in a rush to pay her back just yet. After all, they'd be dealing with each other a lot in the future. This amount of money was nothing between them. Lin Boyan thought for a moment, took out his phone and transferred 100,000 to Lin Jun. Thanks a little bro. Your second brother's profit from short and crew. Him is probably dozens of times your company's profit. After sending that, Lin Boyan sent him a screenshot of his asset. Then he immediately blocked and deleted him. After all, someone who didn't even value brotherhood wasn't worth his time. With everything sorted out, Lin Boyan lay on his bed, staring at the ceiling. Did I just get insanely lucky? Somehow I ended up with this incredible cheat code. Even though I ran my company into the ground, the leader tier move of mine will definitely go down in history. Lin Boyan turned off his phone. He couldn't be bothered to imagine. What kind of face Lin Jun would make when he found out how much money he made? As for his 3 roommates, they'd probably be shocked out of their minds too. Lying there, he drifted off to sleep. After all, watching the market had kept his nerves in a state of high tension. He was just too exhausted. Congratulations to the host for being selected for the Trillionaire project. We hope the host will use this windfall for the right path, help and change the lives of the poor and struggling. These 2 senses echoed in his dreams, and they would become Lin Boyan's Danching First Technology Company. Lin Jun's face was dark as he stared at the 100,000 yuan his second brother transferred along with the cassette screenshot. He was just about to mock its authenticity, only to find a red exclamation mark next to his message. Son of a villain, he blocked me. Len's own grate at his teeth. He had been running his company for nearly a year, and his profits were barely approaching 10 million. Now it was probably the best performing company among the four brothers. Lin Jun pulled out his phone and called his oldest brother. Hey big bro. Lin Biam made 1.1 billion shorting international crude oil futures. Did you know about this? Lin Jun cut straight to the chase. What the abyss with his brain, you think he understands how to play that? Even if he did, where would he get the money? Lin Yi said leisurely, not taking Lin Boyan seriously at all. After all, he was just a stray dog now. Out. But big bro, I saw a screenshot of his assets, and he even blocked me. Why don't you send him a message and test the waters? Lin Jumei was alright, stop overthinking it. As long as the two of us take down the Lin group, that's enough. Once we have the controlling shares, we can do whatever we want. With that, Lin Yi hung up the phone. The US stock market circuit breaker and international crude oil prices dropping to negative numbers. For absolute headline financial news, major media outlets, all aggressively broadcasting their takes on the situation. All sorts of experts were playing Captain Hindsight, and in the comments sections were full of misery. Man, I just bought some future. How the abyss do I owe the bank hundreds of thousands now? I quit. Give me my money back. Why does everything I buy plummet? I'm done. I'm so done. My electric scooter is ready to start delivering food anytime. Everyone was heatedly discussing it. After all, quite a few people in Hoxia had lost money too. But everyone was a comedian at heart. Even though they lost money, the comment section was like a stand-up comedy competition. And right at that moment, a news post blew up the comment section. A mysterious person made a massive 1 billion 1.06 billion special. This is fake. This has to be fake. Yeah, it's just to trick us into staying and playing the market. The comments below were a chorus of wailing. The original poster didn't reply. Instead, they just uploaded the screenshot of Lin Buyan's asset. See, there really is the leader among us. After dropping that line, the poster vanished. The comment section got even crazier. This is definitely photoshopped. How could a genius like this even exist? Exactly. They just want to trick us into keeping at it. Look at this opening position at 55.9. Is that a trade a normal person could make? The comments section remained on fire, but the person in question was completely oblivious and even wanted to sleep in a bit longer. The hotel phone started ringing. Lin Boyan opened his sleep-filled eyes and picked up the receiver. Hello? Oh, Mr. Lin, it is time for your scheduled wake-up call. All right, thank you. Hearing the sweet female voice from the receiver. Special. Lin Boyan stared at the endless stream of incoming messages. He had just taken a simple night's sleep, and there were dozens of missed calls. His three roommates, Lu Ruyan, manager Chang, and a whole bunch of others. He opened his chat app, Good the Ruler 99 plus unread messages, especially manager Chang's chat window which had over 20 messages of love. Phone. Lin Boy and opened it to take a look. The general gist was that the securities company to attract traffic had already publicized his position in profits. For now, they only announced the profit figure and didn't reveal it was Lin Boyan. This didn't really affect him. Lin Boyan replied with a no problem. There were also quite a few messages in his old dorm group chat. Lin Boyan skimmed through them. Nothing important. Next were over a dozen messages from Lu Rian filled with tons of emoji. Lin Boyan scratched his head sheepishly. Ruin, watching the market was just too exhausting. After it was over, I just turned off my phone and went to sleep. Keep. Lin Biam continued scrolling. What he didn't expect, however, was that his fourth brother also came to ask him. Second bro. Lin Bian chuckled. Lin Jun definitely sent him to verify the news. Yeah, but you're short by 60 million after sending that. Lin Boyan decided to go out and buy a car because he had decided to head to shops on this price block were updated to deliver his charity donation. Beyond the mountains, across the sea, there's a group of smurs. Lin Boyan picked up the phone. It was Lu Ruin. What's wrong with you? Are you a pig? How can you sleep so much? Lu Ruin said, sounding quite resentful. My bad. I was really tired. Oh right, give me your bank account number. I'll transfer the money to you. No rush on that. What are your plans next? Lin Buyin thought for a moment. I'm planning to go to Lingshan County tomorrow to deliver the donation. Oh, and I need to buy a car. Hearing this, Lu Ruin said. How much did you decide to donate to Lingshan County? As for the car, I have connections. If you want to buy one that works too, whatever you want to buy, I'll take you. I can get you a discount. Ha ha ha. All right, let me get ready. Lurian said, then hung up the phone. Shortly after, Lin Boyan received her card number. How much to transfer back was a question. After all, she had supported him with 6 million without a second thought. Not a single word of hesitation, but Lu Ruin wasn't exactly short on cash either. Lin Boyan thought about it for a long time and ultimately decided to just transfer back the 6 million. Once he got back from Langston County and finished his business, he would return and pick out a truly valuable gift for her. Soon enough, Lu Ruian arrived at Lim Bian's hotel. The two drove off. Arriving at Yun Chang's largest luxury car dealership, they had all kinds of luxury cars here. Many high-end 4S dealerships were located in this area. If you're not in a rush, we can take our time and browse. Lin Boyan nodded. But he never expected that enemies would cross paths on a narrow road. The two walked into a Mercedes-Benz 4S dealership. Sharp-eyed Lin Boyan, immediately spotted by Shui in a professional suit, standing at the reception desk by the door. Forget it. Lin Boyan suddenly stopped in his tracks. He grabbed Louis Ruin's hand. Don't be afraid, you're here to buy a car anyway. Why let an ex-girlfriend run your mode? We're already here. Let's just take a look. Don't I remember? Used to love driving that G-Wagon? Without waiting for Lin Boy's input, Lu Ruyin pulled him right into the 4S dealership. Oh? A toy boy clinging to a sugar mommy really hits different, huh? You can actually afford a car now. When Bishu saw the two of them, she gritted her teeth in hatred. After all, with her petty mindset, there was no way she'd speak to them nicely. But the two of them treated her like thin air, walking right past her and straight into the showroom. Do you have the G-Class and stop? Huck, Luruyan asked, dominarily. Hearing this, Bishu eagerly tried it over. You have to know a G-Class is a $1,000,000 car and it even requires a markup. It has the highest commission rate in the entire store. We do. I show you how to instantly put on a fake smile in step 4. Lin Boyan didn't really care, but Lu Ruin frowned slightly. Is anyone else alive here? Can't you see a customer is here? Lu Ruin shouted toward the sales area. Yeah, everyone was stunned. Usually, whoever is on duty when a customer arrives gets to serve that customer. It wasn't their shift right now, but it looked like this customer had absolutely no intention of buying a car from buyers. See this, a man jogged over. Hello, I'm Zhang Wensheng, the sales manager of this store. How can I help you? Do you have a G-Class in stock? I want one I can drive away today. Oh, and keep this woman away from me. Just looking at her ruins my mood to buy a car. Liaroyan pointed it by Shui. Zhong Wenxing didn't know what kind of beef they had, but the customer is always right. Plus they were buying a G-Class who wouldn't love such a big spender. Zhang Wenxing waved by Shu. Is this how you treat customers? Hurry up and go to the break room. I'll deal with you later. Then he immediately changed his expression, smiling as he introduced the cars to Lu Ruyan. We have a fully loaded black G-Class in the store. You can drive it away today, but since you both look like people of high status, you should. Lin Boyan waved his hand dismissively. Let's just go see the car. Bai Shua stomped off to the break room, fuming. So what if you hooked up with the sugar mine? What's the big deal? A toy boy is just a toy boy. Does he think he's all that? Her colleagues gathered around asking what happened. After all, if this deal went through today, commission would be massive. Isn't that guy just a kept man? Didn't you guys watch the news a few days ago? He's the third young master who got kicked out of the Lin family. He even had to beg his younger brother to borrow 10,000 yuan. What do you guys think? Bai Shu ruthlessly slandered Lin Buyun. Well, maybe it wasn't exactly slander. Everything she said seemed to be the truth. Everyone's gossip radar was instantly triggered, and they all started whispering among themselves. The three of them arrived in front of the actual car. Len Boy and got in and tested it out. Not bad. Still feels the same. His previous ride was also a Mercedes G-Class, except it was registered under the Lin Group. Later, when his own company went bankrupt, he couldn't be bothered to deal with it, so he just left it behind all, and then come find me. Oh right, I also need a sedan. A Maybach or an S-Class will do, Lin Boyin added, looking at Zhang Wenxing. Yes, yes, yes. We just so happen to have received a new Maybach S450 yesterday. Let me take you over to see it. Zhang Wenshang was grinning from ear to ear. No need to look. Can I pick it up today? If I can, I'll take both cars. Calculate the total for both and come find me. I want to drive them away right now. Now, absolutely. Absolutely, then, sir, madam. Please have a seat and rest for a moment. I'll go calculate the price for you right away. Zhang Wenxing practically skipped to the finance office. Both for luxury cars and both required a markup. The total came out to 4.13 million yuan. 1. Zhang Wenxing brought the bill over to them. Sir, the total for both cars is 4.13 million. I've specially applied for a discount from the company, so we can round down the odd change. We'll also throw in some matching accessories, a car cover, and various other complimentary services. Zhang Wensheng said obsequiously, stars practically shooting out of his eyes. If this deal closed, his commission would be tens of thousands. Then, he could go to the KTV and impress the ladies again this month. Swipe the card. Oh, right. Find 2 people to drive the cars to the All Seasons Hotel for me. Leave a keys and everything at the front desk. Just give them my name, Lin Boyan. You got it. Zhang Wenshang took the bank card, Lin Boy, and handed him. Good the ruler. The last 4 digits were 8,888. He quickly ran back to the finance office when the card was swiped. The cashier's eyes widened in shock. Special manager Zhang. My eyes playing tricks on me once, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, sweet mother of the leader. Special, this guy. Could this guy be my long-lost brother? There's over $1 billion in this car. My the leader. The cashier was completely dumbfounded. He had never seen anyone with this much money in their account. Hearing this, Zhang Wenxing immediately leaned in to look at the screen. Good the ruler. Look at all those zeros. What kind of the leader tier customer was this? No wonder he didn't even bother haggling. Bai Shua saw Zhang Wenxing take Lin Boyan's bank card and walk into the finance office. She immediately walked out of the break room. If Lu Ruan had gone in to pay, Bashua might not have tried to mock them. After all, Lu Ruan was rich, but as for Lin Boyan's financial situation, Bai Shua believes she knew it very well. He only had a little over 10,000 yuan. His cards were all frozen. How could he possibly afford 4 million? Bai Shu walk over to Lin Boy inside. Oh my, she sits sarcastically. Stop pretending to be a big shot when you're broke. I'm just going to have to sell the cars later when you run out of money. Hey pretty lady, don't be fooled by his pretty boy looks. Let me tell you he's cheap as help. Bai Shua kept chirping away next to them, but the two completely ignored her. I couldn't tell you, rich kid, you really broke this girl's heart, didn't you? She's been cursing you out non-stop. Little Ruin teased. Just ignore her. Let's go grab some food later. Think about where you want to eat my treat. Lu Ruyan. Right at that moment, a crisp slap echoed through the lobby. Zhang Wenxing had rushed over with the payment receipt only to see Beishu being sarcastic to his the leader of wealth. What the abyss are you talking about? This is our esteemed VIP customer. He has over $1 billion in his account. You think you can't afford a meal? As soon as those words came out, the lobby instantly felt dead silent. I was completely dazed by the slap. Weight over $1 billion in his account. What the abyss? How is that possible? How could this broke loser have over $1 billion? Do you have any idea? Just a few days ago, he was so broke he only had 10,000 yuan left, and he even had to beg his brother for that. Baisu roared, unable to accept this reality. At this moment, Zhang Wenxing really wanted to beat Bai Shou Day. How could she be so clueless? Did these two have some kind of deep-seated blood feud? Even if they did, this was taking it too far. Open your eyes and look closely. Is it this much or not? Zhang Wenxing slammed the receipt right into Beishu's face. Beishu had grabbed it and looked. Good the ruler, the last 4 digits were 8. The ruler, the last 4 digits were 8,888. She was all too familiar with this card. This was undeniably Lin Boyne's bank card. Back when they were together, this card was personally delivered to their door by the bank manager. There was a time when Lin Bian really enjoyed swiping cards, so he deposited a few million into this one and tossed it to Bai Shua to use. This is impossible. Absolutely impossible. Even if there is that much money, it can't belong to this toy boy. A bankrupt young master. How could he possibly have this much money? This woman must have given it to him. Bishu was still desperately in denial, hearing this. Lu Ruyan burst out laughing. Little sister, you think way too highly of me. If you said a few million, I could pull that out without breaking a sweat. But a billion? In all of China, how many people can casually pull out a billion without feeling the pressure? Did you know? He made this money right after he broke up with you. Regretting it now, Lu Ruvian's words were a lethal blow to the heart. After all, neither she nor Lin Boyan had any sympathy left for Bai Shuai. It was just that Lin Bian, for the sake of their past relationship, hadn't bothered to stoop to her level. Bishu was stunned. Her eyes went blank. How is this possible? She suddenly stood up, rushed to Lin Boyan side and grabbed his hand tightly. Baby, hubby, I know you still love me, right? You came here to buy a car because you knew I worked here. You wanted to give me the commission. Okay, you don't have to say it, I will. Let's get back together. Okay, Bai Shu couldn't act tough anymore. After all, the sheer impact of a billion yuan was just too overwhelmed. Ling Buyin glanced at Le Ruyin and give a helpless smile. Just focus on your job. Stop dreaming. Manager Zhang, remember to follow my instructions. Park these 2 cars in the hotel's parking lot. I'll need them this afternoon after I eat. Oh, and make sure the tanks are full. Ruin, give manager Zhang some gas money. Lu Ruyun reached into her limited edition Gucci bag and casually pulled out about 4 or 5,000 yuan in cash, placing it right into Zhang Wenxing's hand. After saying that, Lin Boyan took Lu Ruin's hand and left the dealership. An overly excited Zhang Wenxing and the other salespeople who were more than happy to watch the drama unfold. Let's go find a place to eat. I want to go to the snack street near Unhai University for roast duck. Let's go together. Once outside, Lu Ruyan proactively linked her arm through Lin Boyan's. Speaking of a sweet, coquettish tone, Lin Boyan nodded. Back inside the Mercedes dealership, John Wenxing's face was dark as he glared at the days by Shua. Tell me, what did the abyss were you thinking? The man bought 2 luxury cars on the spot without even haggling over the price, and you almost ruined the whole deal with your nonsense. Our store doesn't need a useless vase, not a vase. Do you understand? If it weren't for me today, this deal would have gone up in smoke. John Wenxing panted as he furiously berated Bai Shuai. Can you believe she let a guy with 1 billion yuan slip away? Is Bai Shuai the reincarnation of a living Buddha or something? I'm dying of laughter. Shu, he kept saying the bankrupt young master had no money. Turns out after he went bankrupt, his net worth actually went up. If that were right now, Bai Shuai couldn't hear a single word. She only had one thought in her mind. She had to win Lin Buyan back. She didn't know, however, was that once some things happened, there is absolutely no turning back. Pack up your things, go to finance and collect your salary for this month. You've only worked here for a few days anyway. Logically, I shouldn't even bother paying you, but I'm in a good mood today. Hurry up, get your money and get the abyss out. I never want to see you in this dealership again. With that, Zhong Wenshang walked off, humming a little tune, leaving behind only the mocking whispers of the crowd and a dead-eyed Bai Shu standing frozen in place. After Lin Buan and Lu Ruin finished lunch, the two returned to the hotel. From downtown Yuncheng to Lingshan County, it was about a 3-hour drive, so Lin Boyan decided to head out immediately. Ruin, I'm planning to head straight to Lingshan County now. Once I'm done with my business there, I'll come back and find you. Lu Ruyun nodded. She was a very understanding woman. Lin Boyan smiled knowingly and pulled her into his arm. They enjoyed the embrace for a moment before saying their goodbyes. Lin Bai went to the front desk and grabbed the keys to his Mercedes G-Class. For this trip to Lingshan County, Lin Boyan hadn't yet figured out exactly what he was going to invest the money in. Whatever, he'd just go there first. He'd assess the situation and decide then. With that thought, Lin Boyan started the car and hit the road. However, he hadn't informed the Lingshan County government officials that he was leaving early. Their scheduled meeting was for tomorrow. Beyond the mountains across the sea, there is a group of Smurs. Lin Boyan glanced at his phone. Seeing it was John Yun, he answered the call. Hello, Mom. Hearing Lin Bayun's voice, Zhong Yun couldn't hold it in anymore. Ever since she transferred the money to Lin Bayun, her life had been a living the abyss, because Lin Fang had explicitly ordered that no one was allowed to help Lin Bi in. Of course, if Lin Fang wanted to check anyone's bank statements, it was incredibly easy for him. The very night she made the transfer, More importantly, just this afternoon, Lin Feng actually told her to move out of the Lin family estate and find her own place to live, all because Zhang Yun had broken his rule. Son, where are you? Mom is nowhere to go. Yom Yun's voice choked up. After being constantly ostracized, she finally broke down. You're dead. Your dad kicked me out and he said he won't even give you the 10 million you want annual living allowance anymore. We found out about the money I transferred to you. What? Lin boy and checked his rear view mirror. Over, changed lanes, and pulled over onto the emergency shoulder, turning on his hazard lights. Here's what we'll do, Mom. Pack your thing and buy the earliest flight to Yunqing. Then tell me the arrival time. I'll arrange for someone to pick you up. A 10 million yuan living allowance? We don't need it anyway. Your son made 1.1 billion over the last 2 days. Taking care of you is no problem at all. Zhang Yun was stunned. 1.1 billion. Are you serious? You're not messing with me, are you? And continued driving. He was still 30 or 40 kilometers away from the nearest rest stop. Hearing his words, Zhang Yun immediately straightened her back. What did 1.1 billion mean? It meant that as long as they didn't recklessly squander it, it was more than enough for a life to time. Thinking of this, Yun wiped her eyes. Ostracize me. I don't even want to be around you people anymore. Zhang Yun chuckled as she walked into her room, and started packing her clothes. Lin Feng really must be blind. He only had one wife in name, but anyone who knew him knew. He also had 2 mistresses who bore him to sons. Zhang Yuan was considered his 3rd wife, and she gave birth to Lin Boyan. The other one suffered a massive hemorrhage during pregnancy and never made it off the operating table. As for Lin Feng, he still held on to some pretty heavy traditional view. So, the whole family lived together. The house was a massive 6-story villa, with each branch of the family taking up 1 floor. Having been with Lin Feng for so many years, Zhang Yuan had joined him after he started making his fortune, so she never really suffered any hardships, like his first wife. Because of this, she was constantly ostracized at home. It was just that back when Lin Feng was in good health, this exclusion wasn't so obvious. But ever since he announced that his 4 sons would compete for the family inheritance, the bullying had gotten worse and worse. At first, Lin Feng would turn a blind eye to it, but ever since he found out that Zhang Yun had transferred money to her son Lin Boyan, his attitude of turning a blind eye completely changed. As a big shot who had navigated the business world for so many years, Lin Feng absolutely hated it when people went against his wishes. As young factor things, tears began to fall after all this place held so many years of her memories. Holding on stubbornly now was completely pointless. It was better to just leave with some dignity. Me, see you all along. Book me a flight to Yunqing. The sooner the better. Zhang Yun said softly to the young girl standing behind her. Madam, are you really leaving? You were asked, her voice choking up after all she had been with Zhang Yun for many years. Zhang Yun nodded. I'm not. Zhang Yun nodded. I'm not welcome here. What's the point of shamelessly sticking around? Book the ticket. The sooner, the better. Then, madam, I'll book 2 tickets. Can I go with you? We can figure out the salary later. If you're not here, there's no point in me staying either. Zhang Yun nodded. After all, this little girl had been by her side for many years. She had always taken care of her daily need. It really wouldn't do to not have someone around. All right, go on then. Not long after you were on left, the room door was pushed open. Oh, if it isn't my dear little sister, what are you packing for? What's wrong? Can't stand living here anymore. A sharp, mean-spirited voice rang out, making Zhang Yun's face darkened. The voice belonged to Lin Feng's wife, Huang Fu. Oh, my son has made something of himself, so he's taking me to live a good life. I won't fight with you over this place anymore. It's been so many years. I'm tired of this endless bickering. Zhang Yang didn't want to waste her breath on Huang Fu. Huang Fu walked up to Zhang Yun and burst into laughter. Or by getting kicked out of the Lin family. Look at you, after all these years. You're still as stubborn as a mule. Who knows, maybe in a few 200 years, when archaeologists dig up your corpse, they'll be shot. How can someone who's been dead for so long still have such a stiff mouth? Wang Fu laughed, covering her mouth. Zhang Yun looked furious. His son might not be a big shot, but he easily made 1.1 billion in just a few days. Of course, to someone like you, that's just pocket change you'd scoff at. Zhang Yun cleared her throat. In all these years, have you ever known me to tell the lie? I don't want any of this, it's all yours. I'm leaving it all to you. I'm going to enjoy my retirement with my son. 1.1 billion. That little spendthrift Lin Boyan could make that much. Oh, stop trying to save face. If you don't want to leave, just beg me. I might just let you stay. All you have to do is beg. Huang Fu didn't believe Lin Boyan was that. You can keep it all to yourself. Right now, I need to pack my bags, so please get out and try to have some basic manners. Before entering someone else's room, you should not. You can only come in after getting permission. Do you know why Lin Feng has been fooling around? Oh, all these years, it's because you're too tacky after saying that Zhang Yun stuck her tongue out at Huang Fu. Their rivalry had lasted for many years, and they often bickered like this. I'll just wait and see you end up on the streets with nowhere to go. When that time comes, even if you beg me on your knees, I won't give you the time of day. With that, Huang Fu stormed off in a huff, pulling into a rest area. Lin Buyin called Zhang Yu. Did you book the flight? I'll arrive at 9 p.m. All right, I'll text your future daughter-in-law and have her pick you up. Oh, by the way, send me your bank account number. I'll transfer some money to you. Hearing this, Zhang Yun hung up the phone and sent him her bank account number. Then she quickly ran to the fun living room because Huang Fu was sitting on the sofa eating fruit. Ding, your bank card ending in 6,868. Current balance 100,000 400,000 yuan. On. Zhang Yuan had deliberately turned on the voice notification and purposely held her phone right next to Huang Fu. Oh my son, I got it. Why did you send me so much money? At my age, I can't even spend it all. Jin Yun's face bloomed with a massive smile. Meanwhile, Huang Fu, with her hand frozen in mid-air, had a face as dark as the bottom of a pot. She was blatantly showing off her wealth right in front of her. Zhan Yang couldn't care less. Her goal had been achieved. Oh, you're here too? Sorry about that. The volume was a bit too loud. Never mind, you keep eating. I'm leaving now. Yong Yun stretched lazily and said to Xiao Long behind her, let's go. We're going to buy our own villa. It's better than living with annoying people and shortening our lifespan. Wang Fu was just about to stand up and retort, but unfortunately the two had already sped up and left. Ruin, my mom arrives at the airport at 9 p.m. I don't have time. Take her to my hotel and arrange a room for them. Lin Boyan was on the phone with Li Rian. Sure, don't worry, focus on your work. I'll definitely take good care of Aunt. Hey, I told my mom that her future daughter-in-law would pick her up, so you better be on your best behavior. Hearing this, Lu Ruian's face lit up with joy. Bye, but she still gave a playful huff before hanging up the phone. After getting off the highway, Lin Boyan's heart skipped a beat. Thank you. Goodness, he had bought an SUV. If it were a regular sedan, the chassis would have fallen apart by now. The road was full of potholes, looking like it was under construction. There were barely any smooth stretches. Lin Buyang shook his head as he looked at it. Talk of too tough, as the saying goes. If you want to get rich, build roads first. Looking at this, the infrastructure of the entire Langshan County is just terrible. However, Lin Buyin didn't have enough power right now to single-handedly bring about a change to the whole Lingshan County. Forget it. I'll just see how the government handles it first. After all, Lin Boyan had already communicated, and he was going to donate 52 million. As for what it would be used for, Lin Boyan hadn't specified, nor did he make any demands. Boyan drove aimlessly around the county town just as he was waiting for a green light at an intersection. An out-of-control tricycle suddenly took a bizarre turn and barreled straight toward a white-haired old man. The old man was wearing a straw hat, leaning on a cane, and holding a small basket in his other hand. The tricycle driver chased after his vehicle, yelling for everyone around to get out of the way. Fortunately, the tricycle wasn't moving too fast. The pedestrians crossing the street all managed to dodge it, but no one paid any attention to the old man. The old man was elderly, after all, and his movements were sluggish. He couldn't get out of the way in time. If it wasn't stopped, the old man would definitely get hit. But luckily, the G-Wagon Lin Boyan was driving was the first in line, waiting for the light. Without even taking a second to think, he slammed on the gas and charged straight at the tricycle. What he needed to do was use his car to ram the tricycle and alter its path. That way he could protect the old. Charging right at him, he was scared half to death. He immediately abandoned his beloved tricycle. Just as Lin Boyan's car was about to hit it, he slowed down. Bang! The tricycle was knocked over by the Mercedes. Its Three wheels spun wildly in the air. The old man was saved, but he was badly startled, dropped his cane in fright, and his basket fell to the ground, scattering like she's all over the street. He slumped onto the ground, continuously patting his chest. Lin Boyan quickly got out of the car and helped the old man up, asking him how he was doing. "Old man, are you okay?" Bead-sized drops of sweat rolled down the old man's forehead. For catching his breath for a moment, he shook his head. "I'm fine, young man, thank you. It's just a shame about my basket of unsolved fruit. What a pity." The old Partition stared blankly at the lychee scattered on the ground, was about to step forward to pick them up. Lin Buying quickly held them back. "Let it go. Just rest for a bit." Very quickly, Lin Boyne gathered all the fallen fruit from the ground. The tricycle owner knew he was in the wrong and didn't dare. If it hadn't been for Lin Boyan, his tricycle would have hit the old man. Things would have been much worse. "Old man, get in my car first. We can't block traffic here," saying that Lin Boyan led the old man to his car, opened the door for him, helped him inside, and then drove away. After the two got in the car, Lin Boyne found out that this old man was actually a resident of a village under Langshan County. He was in his 70s and he had come out just to sell his ripe fruit, to make some money to buy snacks for his 6-year-old granddaughter. But he hadn't had much luck today, and instead this whole mess happened. "All right, old man, don't worry about all that anymore. I'll take you home. Wait in the car for a moment. I'm going to buy a few things." Lin buoyed and parked the car in front of a supermarket, and went inside to pick out some snacks for the old man's granddad. At his age, he didn't really eat snacks anymore, but seeing as the old man's family situation didn't look too good, his granddaughter probably wasn't living a great life either, so Lin Boyan walked over to the snack aisle and grabbed whatever caught his eye. Before long, Lin Boyan had filled to the brim with snacks. After checking out, he had 2 massive bags, eggs, having spent several $100. He put the snacks in the trunk. Lin Boyan got in the car, turned on the GPS, and drove toward the old man's home since he didn't have anything else to do today anyway. He might as well see this good deed through to the end. The village where the old man lived wasn't actually that far from the county town by car. It was a relatively short drive, but if you had to walk there on foot, it would take a very, very long time. Thank goodness he had only walked halfway before catching a ride. Not to mention, for someone of his age, this made Lin Boyan's heart ache a little. Was this the true meaning behind his choice to do good deeds, and the lesson the Destiny investment system wanted him to learn? When they arrived at the village entrance, the road was full of deep potholes. Because it had just rained that long ago, the puddles were quite deep. "Young man, cars can't get into the village. The road is too rough. Don't drive any further, otherwise your car will get stuck and you won't be able to get out." That would be even. If he had known this earlier, he would have bought fewer snacks. Miscalculated. He totally miscalculated. "All right, old man, I'll walk back with you." Lin Boyan helped the old man out of the car, granted his teeth, grabbed the 2 bags of snacks from the trunk, and slowly followed behind the old man. "Why hasn't anyone fixed the roads around here? Cars can't even drive on this. How are you supposed to develop like this?" Lin B and asked through gritted teeth. If the road had been fixed, he wouldn't be struggling so hard right now to carry these 2 heavy bags of snacks. Old man sighed and shook his head. "We want to fix the roads too, but we don't have the money. The Langston County government doesn't have money. The town is even less. And by the time it reaches the villages, there's basically nothing left. In our village, every household grows some fruit. It's such a shame. Right now is the perfect time for harvesting, but it just had to pour down rain a few days ago. The roads are full of potholes and covered in mud. It's hard enough just for people to walk, let alone carrying fruit and walking for hours to sell it in town. This road really needs fixing." Lin Boyan suddenly knew exactly where his 52 million. Lin Boyle and suddenly knew exactly where his 52 million should go. Every family in this village was a fruit farmer and they all had their own orchards, but there was nothing they could do. The transportation was terrible. Every year when the fruit ripened, fruit vendors from out of town would drive to the village entrance to collect it, offering shockingly low prices. But because of the poor transportation, everyone was too tired to haul it out themselves, so they could only grit their teeth and sell a dirt cheap. "Old man, how about this? After we drop off the snacks for your granddaughter, could you take me to the village chief's house? I want to discuss something with him. Is that okay?" Lin Bayan villain sincere. No problem at all. Let's walk a bit faster. My house is just up ahead." The old man's name was Feng Wu. Back in his day, naming was pretty casual. He had 6 brothers in his family and he was the 5th, so he was named Feng Wu. This village was called Fengjia Village, mostly populated by people with a surname Fengji. When they arrived at the old man's house, his 6-year-old granddaughter came skipping over to greet them. Call him Uncle Sweetie. Thanks to this uncle for bringing Grandpa home today. Okay, otherwise Grandpa wouldn't have made it back until dark. Uncle, the little girl called out in a sweet, milky voice. That single word instantly made Lin Boyan feel like the exhaustion of carrying 2 large bags of snacks and walking for half the day had completely vanished. Lin Boyan gently rubbed the little girl's head. Come here and have some snacks. Uncle bought all of these for you. When you finish them, if you want more next time, just tell Uncle, and Uncle will buy you more. Feng Wu's house was incredibly dilapidated. It was a simple adobe house with just 1 bedroom in a main hall. Entire house, perhaps with the exception of the roof, made Lin Boyan feel like the wind was leaking through all 4 walls. Old man, where are your children? Lin Boyan asked, a bit curious. Hearing this question, Feng Wu's eyes suddenly filled with sorrow. The little girl's mother had a difficult labor when giving birth to her and passed away on the hospital bed. When she was 4, my son went out to work at a construction site. He accidentally slipped and fell from the Neither of them spoke. A heavy silence fell between them. Old man, I'm truly sorry. My deepest condolences. Lin Boyan stood up and bowed to Feng Wu. Wu quickly helped him back up. It's all right. It's all in the past now. I just feel sorry for my granddaughter. Sigh, if I pass away one day, I don't know what will happen to her. At that moment, Lin Boyan suddenly wondered why there was still so much suffering in the world. There's a saying that goes, human joys and sorrows are not truly shared. Right then, Lin Boyan completely understood the meaning of those words. Don't worry, old man. You're still so hale and hearty. Living for another few decades won't be a problem. Lin Boyan could only comfort him like this. Feng Wu shook his head and sighed. A few decades is too long. Living is too bitter. Tell me, if I didn't have this little girl keeping me company, what would be? Lin Boyan stepped outside and took a careful look around. Feng Wu's house wasn't located in the main residential area of the village. He didn't know why, and Lin Boyan couldn't be bothered to get. Thank you village had one good thing going for it. The scenery was absolutely beautiful. Because of the poor transportation and its location in the mountains, the air was incredibly fresh. It had a Christmas you could never feel in the city. Why not renovate this place? Turn it into an eco-park, a one-stop destination for food, drinks, and entertainment. That's not a bad idea. I'm just worried 52 million won't be enough to cover it. Whatever. If it's not enough, I'll just add more. Just as Lin Boyan was planning the future of Fengjia Village, a man who looks somewhat elderly but not entirely frail walked over. Are you the young man that 5th uncle said was looking for me? Let me briefly introduce myself. I'm the chief of Fengjia Village. My name is Fengjia. Lin Boyan snapped back to reality and looked at the village chief in front of him. He had heard from the old man that the chief was only in his early, but looking at the man before him, he certainly didn't look like someone in his early 50s. He was carrying a pair of G-Funk shoes in his hand, with both pant legs rolled up to his knee. His pants were covered in mud and there was even mud on his face. Yes, I'm the one who asked the old man to contact you. I'm Lin Boyan. I have some matters I'd like to discuss with you. Lin Boyan extended his hand. Oh, let's skip the handshake. Look at me. I just got back from the fields. I'm filthy. Lin Boyan, right? What do you need me for? I want to build a road for your village. What, the build a road? Fang Yi's eyes widened, staring blankly at the young man in front of him. The leader, building a road. This was something Phony dreamed of accomplishing. For this, he went to the town government to report it every single year, but Linxian County's finances were poor, and the town had even fewer resources. Funds needed to build a road were no small amount. Originally, Fang Yi had even considered pooling money from the village, just get the road built themselves. But after inviting a professional cost estimation company to take a look, oh boy, just one, total cost would be in the tens of millions. This was exactly why the town had never approved it, because building a road was simply too expensive. To your man in front of him, probably hadn't experienced the harsh realities of society yet. Although Fungi was happy, he quickly snapped back to reality. Tens of millions didn't seem like something this young man could just casually pull out. Young man, stop joking around. I'm more than satisfied that you even have the intention. Do you know how expensive it is to build a road from our Fengxia village? If we want to build a road straight to the town, it's about 30 kilometers. Cost for just 1 kilometer is hundreds of thousands. To get this road built, it won't happen without 20 or 30 million. At this, Fungi let out a deep stop. I want to build a road too. I dream about it. Without a good road, the villagers of Fengji village will never have a chance to get ahead. Life will always just stay the same or even get worse. Linxin County is already a poverty-stricken county. How much could we possibly get? Basically nothing. Saying this, Fungi lowered his head. From this man who was over half a century old, Lin Boy, and felt a sense of profound helpless despair. 20 or 30 million, that's all. It's not much. I'll cover it. But I only have one condition. Ha ha ha. The finished road has to be named after me. Lin Boyan looked completely relaxed, which made Fang Yi momentarily unsure whether he was being serious or just messing with him. I'm not kidding, although my assets are massive. Donating a road to your village is still not a problem. By the way, I feel like the scenery in your village is really quite nice, and it seems like everyone here knows how to grow fruit. Have you ever considered what direction to take the village in after the road is built? Lin Boyan wanted to test Feng Yi's competence. If he passed, he could add more to the donation to turn Fangjia village into a tourist village, making it a landmark for all of Linxian County. Only then would his donation truly be meaningful. Are you serious? Are you sure you want to donate a Lin Boyan smiled faintly, pull that phone and open his mobile banking app. Here, take a look. Originally, I just wanted to make a donation to Lingshan County this time, but I hadn't decided exactly where to donate it. If I hadn't bumped and defend Wu on the way here, I wouldn't have come to your village, let alone thought of donating a road to Fengji village. Fungi stared at the long string of zeros on the phone, feeling a bit dizzy. Good, the ruler, tens, hundreds, thousands, million. The leader of wealth, Mr. Lin, you are truly a young man of great promise. If the road really gets built, I plan to organize the villagers, develop towards tourism because our environment here is very well preserved. And the scenery and air are both great. Plus, our specialty here is growing light cheese. The mountains get plenty of sunlight every year. So, when the likes ripen, they are incredibly sweet and smooth, both and very juicy. After hearing Fun Yi's words, then there's no problem calling this road Bai An Road, right? Lin Boy and Grind. Hey, Bai An Road, right? Lin Boy and Grand. Hey, and I'm sure the rest of the folks wouldn't either. Fungi laughed heartily. All right then, wait just a moment. I'll contact the county government staff right now. With that, Lin Boyne stepped to the side and dialed the number of the party secretary of Lingshan County. Hello, Secretary Huang, it's Shaolin. I've made up my mind. I'm going to donate a road to Fangjia village under Lingshan County's jurisdiction. The same time, I'll fund the villagers to turn Fangjia village into a model tourist village, striving to make it a landmark for Lingshan County, Lin Buyin said cheerfully. On the other end of the line, Huang Zikang was quite surprised to hear about Fengxia Vili. Mr. Lin, are you talking about that extremely underdeveloped Fingia village? Yes, exactly. Here in this, Huang Zikang, slap just thy heart, Mr. Lin, you are truly doing a massive good deed, my goodness, because Fingia village lacks a proper road. Their economy just can't develop. It's incredible. And Fingio village has a real foreign in the side village chief Feng Ye. Ever since he took over Fungia village, at every major meeting each year, as long as he has a chance to attend, he always brings it up asking the government for help to build a road for Fungia village, to build a road of hope. But our finances are genuinely tight. We simply can't cough up 20 or 30 million all at once to complete such a massive project. So it just gets dragged on year after year, day after day. But now this is wonderful, Mr. Lin. You've hit the nail right on the head. This finally solves the problem that's been weighing heavily on their minds, a dilemma they couldn't resolve themselves. Lens, your vision is truly exceptional. Where are you right now? I'll bring some people over to meet you. Huang Zikang was a bit eager. This was the first time they had ever received such a massive private donation. I'm in Fengjia village right now. Then I'll have to trouble Secretary Huang to bring your people over, if possible. It'd be best if we could finalize this donation matter today. After all, I'm quite busy myself and I have a lot of… Yes, of course. Then Mr. Lin, please wait there for a bit. We'll be right there. Hanging up the phone, Huang Zikang hurriedly walked out of his office. Hurry to Fengjie village. Bring the folks from the finance bureau to tell the Shushur town government officials to get there immediately as well. Huang Zaiqing frantically delegated the tasks. After all, this was the first time someone was rushing to donate money, so this is what it feels like. Doing a good deed actually makes you feel this incredibly good. Just as they returned to the house, Fungai's phone started ringing. Hello, Mayor Wang. What? You're coming over? Okay. Be careful on the road. Drive safe. Don't worry. I'll definitely take good care of Mr. And, hanging up the phone, the fine beads of sweat on Fungai's forehead showed just how well he was playing as part good the ruler. This was the first time the mayor of Zushui town had ever called him. This young man in front of him really had some serious pull. It's still early. Chief, why don't you show me around? And took on the role of tour guide. Actually, when everyone was building their houses back then, we already left some space open. It's just, sigh. Without money, it's truly impossible to move forward. Look, Mr. Lin, if you walk down this dirt path, you'll reach Fungia Village's elementary school. There's a large open field behind the school. The village is already allocated to each household, and everyone is very united in planting light cheese there. Lin Boyan admired the surroundings as he walked. Fungia Village was indeed a good place. If it could really be properly planned out and given the right promotion, then in the end, it would definitely become an excellent tourist landmark. Chief, take me to see the school. Two of them arrived at Fungia Village's school. To Lin Boyan, this school couldn't even really be called a school. It was only slightly large hat in a Fanggu Wu's adobe house, a small patch of open ground, a solitary basketball hoop, and a ping-pong table made of stone blocks. This was the so-called Fungia Village, elementary school, and all of its outdoor. Next to the adobe building was another small adobe hut. Lin Boyan was a bit curious. What's that adobe hut for? Fong Yi scratched his head, looking a bit embarrassed. That's where the volunteer teachers who come to our village live. Two young female teachers live there together. They've been here for almost a year now. Lin Boyan frowned coming to a place like this to volunteer teach with such harsh conditions and actually managing to stick it out. People like that truly deserve respect. I just took a look. The village has some open land. Let's just build a brand new school. Look at the kids going to school. They have to walk so far from the village, and the road isn't very good either, especially when it rains. There are puddles and yellow mud everywhere. There are too many safety hazards. I saw an open plot of land in the village earlier. It's quite nice. Right where you pointed out that open space to me, Lin Boyan will fund the construction of a Hope Elementary School there. As the two were talking, the clear ringing sound of children reading aloud came from the classroom. The children hadn't given up their chance to learn, just because of the poor environment. And the teachers hadn't given up either, despite the heart, as long as the children had hope they could get through anything. Thank you, Mr. Lin, truly. Thank you so much, Mr. Lin. And at this moment, Fungi could no longer hold back. Scalding hot tears fell continuously from the eyes of this man who was over half a century old.